John Cena may have subtly ruined his farewell tour plans in one moment on WWE SmackDown. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Have a nice day. For WWE Family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. John Cena had a rough Friday night being on the receiving end of several verbal and literal SmackDowns. From Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and LA Knight, putting Cena in his place to Mr. Never Seen, 17 being blindsided by R-Truth Acco. Ron Killings, he turned from being cocky and arrogant to embarrassed and humiliated in a matter of minutes. Before all these interruptions, Cena did make mention of being wise, or rather being the genius and architecting master plans. The topic at hand should be clear enough by now. Seth Rollins. Cena and Rollins are currently the two biggest heels in the company, with almost all major babyfaces in the men's division forming loose alliances to combat them. An axis between Seth Rollins and John Cena has been a rumor, or at least a popular fantasy booking narrative for months. However, this week on Friday Night SmackDown, Cena was bold enough to state that Seth Rollins would not cash in the Money in the Bank contract he won last weekend in Inglewood for the undisputed WWE Championship. Cena's reasoning: if Rollins cashes in to become the World Heavyweight Champion, he will be the only World Champion in WWE once the last real champion is gone. This seemed like a way for Cena to manipulate Rollins into steering clear of him, and to be honest, his statement, whether construed as a warning, advice, or offer, does make some sense. But these few lines could come back to haunt him too. By brushing off the idea, Cena made it easier for Rollins to catch him off guard. We might even see interactions between Rollins and Cena where the visionary might assure him that he and Cena are on the same page, whether because of mutual enemies, mutual interest, or just business. Seth Rollins may focus everyone's attention on his quest for the World Heavyweight Championship, while lulling Cena into a false sense of security, secretly planning to strike the last real champion when no one expects it. Aided by Paul Heyman, the architect is sharper and more cerebral than ever in 2025. It's the kind of opportunity Seth Rollins thrives on. He's done it before. At WrestleMania 31, he cashed in during the main event and changed WWE history. Cena is now on his farewell tour, and Rollins could burn it down with one well-timed move. Seth Rollins holds the ultimate leverage, and just as Cena thinks no one can see him or his schemes, the visionary may have the foresight to do so. Following the opening segment, John Cena got into a heated, if visually a rather comical, argument with SmackDown GM Nick Aldis. He also had an interaction with Jimmy Uso backstage, where he directed Uso to let R-Truth Acco. Ron Killings know that Cena will be waiting for him in the ring to avenge the recent attacks by the 54-time 24/7 champion. However, as John Cena was calling out truth, CM Punk came out to engage in a heated war of words with his fabled foe. Running back the years, CM Punk once again destroyed Cena on the mic like only he can. This was followed by R-Truth again attacking Cena from behind and locking in the STF on him. While CM Punk is set to challenge John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship at Night of Champions, the possibility of a rematch with Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes remains given their status in the King of the Ring tournament. That is if John Cena gets past CM Punk. Meanwhile, Ron Killings lurks in the shadows too. WWE Night of Champions is just a few weeks away, and the anticipation is building for the intense matches and possible twists that could happen. Fans are also speculating about the potential returns of WWE superstars, whom they haven't seen for quite some time now. The upcoming Saudi PLE, which is a highlight of the promotion's calendar, is the perfect platform for WWE superstars to make memorable comebacks. With recent storylines of both Raw and SmackDown hinting at such scenarios, not to mention injury timelines aligning, this year's Night of Champions could see huge comebacks. Here are 5 superstars who might return during the huge Saudi PLE. Omos has been absent from WWE TV since last year following his last appearance in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. Despite his absence, Omos put up a strong performance in the Japanese promotion Pro Wrestling Noah, where he won the GHC Tag Team Championship alongside Jack Morris. Jacob Fatu has managed to establish himself as a prominent member of the WWE roster in his short time with the company. The Samoan Werewolf's work has also impressed wrestling veteran Vince Russo, who called him the Jacob Fatu made his WWE debut last year as a member of Solo Sikoa's bloodline. He has been booked as an unstoppable force since then and is yet to be pinned in a televised match. The Samoan Werewolf is now seemingly a babyface as he broke his alliance with Solo Sikoa at Money in the Bank. Speaking about the powerhouse on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Bro Down, Vince Russo noted that Jacob Fatu is popular among fans because he's unique and cool. Fatu was present on WWE SmackDown last night, where he explained his actions for Money in the Bank. He was then confronted by Solo Sikoa on the giant screen, who gave his former enforcer a chance to rectify and come back to him. The two men will be in the same ring next Friday. Jacob Fatu has confirmed that a WWE faction has now split. He said what had happened. At Money in the Bank, after appearing to help Solo Sikoa, Fatu turned his back on him and destroyed the star, leading to him losing the match and the chance to become Mr. Money in the Bank. This week, the star talked about how Solo Sikoa had belittled him and said that Fatu was nothing without him. That was the reason he decided to turn on the star and pull him off the ladder to stop him from winning Money in the Bank. He was done with following Sikoa and said that the time for him to follow the star was done and that they were no longer together. After the new bloodline was founded at some time last year, the group has finally split now, with Jacob Fatu leaving the group. He said that he would now be working alone, even if Sikoa sent him in. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa have been out for most of, if not all of, the year with their injuries. Now Sikoa and JC Mateo are working together, and it remains to be seen whether the two stars side with them when they come back or if they split as well, either joining Jacob Fatu or working together as a separate tag team. WWE SmackDown this week featured Jacob Fatu addressing his actions at Money in the Bank. The United States champion was confronted by Solo Sikoa and JC Mateo, and Sikoa sent a major warning to Jacob by hinting that his actions would lead to consequences. Before tonight's show, Hikuleo was also expected to make its debut by many fans. However, his long-awaited arrival did not happen on the blue brand. In this article, we will discuss 3 reasons why the former NJPW Strong Champion did not make his debut on the Friday night show. Hikuleo didn't make his presence felt on the blue brand, but before the show, the 32-year-old star had already made his debut in the company. The former NJPW star was part of the main event show tapings against Kit Wilson, where he emerged as the winner after an impressive match. This suggests that WWE may not have plans for him to make his television debut yet. Instead, the company may give him some time to prepare before being part of the main storyline. Solo Sikoa sent a warning to Jacob Fatu on this week's SmackDown, revealing that he would be on the show next week and that he wanted to hear "I love you Solo" from the US champion. If this doesn't happen, the Samoan Werewolf will suffer consequences. It's conceivable that Hikuleo might make his debut on SmackDown next week along with the former ULA Fala holder. In a potential scenario when Fatu refuses to stand with Solo, the former IWGP Tag Team Champion will make his debut and destroy Jacob. Hikuleo was signed with the Stanford-based promotion for almost a year and finally made his WWE debut before SmackDown. One of the potential reasons why the company may not have brought him directly onto the blue brand could be due to its plans of testing the waters with the future Bloodline member. By not booking him on weekly shows Raw and SmackDown, WWE could be testing the potential of Hikuleo. This test by the Triple H creative regime will give them an indication as to whether the former NJPW star needs to be inserted directly into the high-profile story or not.